I'm the oldest child of a Baptist preacher and a nurse. My dad was a Baptist preacher. My mom's a nurse. Worked the ambulance service for years up here in Cherokee, and so I grew up in a Baptist home where it was an extended family. Really, the house belonged to my grandparents, my mother's parents, and we lived there until I was about 10 years old. And so there was about 3 or 4 generations in the house all at one time, and it was a 4-room house, about 4 times the size of this shelter. And there's about 10 or 12 people in there all the time. So we was literally on top of one another, and everybody had their chores to do. We heated and cooked with wood, so it's almost like third world living conditions. You know, we had an outhouse. I was about 6 or 7 years old when they put plumbing in our house. So I was right on the edge of that transition from really the old school way of living into modern, Cherokee.
Yeah.
Um, in my lifetime, they've built about 6 or 7 thousand modern homes on tribal land, and all the old houses have been torn down so that the new houses would, have a house out to be put on. And so the old houses disappeared mostly, but everybody lived in log cabins and homemade houses basically when I was growing up. Few house trailers, not very many. You see a lot of them nowadays. But so that's the kind of upbringing I grew up in. And my uncle was a wood carver, and we had friends and neighbors that were carving. And my dad and my grandpa made stuff like axe handles and basket handles and utilitarian stuff around home, dough bowls and spoons to cook with. And so I was always in the woodshed, and tool use and wood lure was something that everybody knew. Now when I teach a carving class, I've got to teach wood lure, and then I'll teach tool use, and then I'll teach carving. If I don't, inevitably the students will cut themselves first thing. So, and everybody used to carry a knife. Now, you can't take a knife anywhere. So, but girls and boys both, when I was in school, all had pocket knife.
Yeah.
Didn't think nothing